This is a selection of works by Ferdinand Rosa spanning over 4 decades. Rosa began his career as an artist in 1978. Rosa spent the summer months painting watercolors on location on the coast of Maine and the winters in Cedar Keys, Florida. He exhibited and sold his watercolors in numerous art festivals throughout Florida and New England. Rosa's loose, spontaneous approach to watercolor came from his early influences from artists Winslow Homer and John Singer Sargent. After seeing the Picasso Retrospective exhibition in 1980 at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, Rosa realized that he needed to evolve as an artist, from recreating landscapes on location to focusing on interpreting the figure abstractly in the studio. While exhibiting his abstract figurative works in watercolor, someone compared his work to the female figurative paintings by artist Willem de Kooning. This led Rosa to further explore the school of abstract expressionism. Rosa's work became more abstract as he ventured into acrylic on canvas painting in the late 80s. His large paintings on canvas incorporated figurative elements throughout the 80s and into the early 90s. The Beaufort years included paintings Rosa created in his loft studio in Beaufort, Georgia, near Lake Lanier. Around 1992, Rosa was introduced to the work of artist Tony Berlant, whose painterly collages and metal cubes caught his eye. He started collaging with metal and leather. The town of Beaufort had a notable history in the leather goods industry, so Rosa combed the town for scraps of leather and collaged them into his work. In 1996, Ferdinand Rosa received an MFA in painting. His work included black and white photography and was influenced by the Spanish artist Antoni Tapies. During this period, he experimented with a new paint concoction that gave his paintings more visual presence and excitement. Incorporating scraps of leather and metal led Rosa to use these materials in his monotype prints in the late 90s. This experimentation with monotypes, which he hand-pulled on his automatic press, gave him another textural lens into his application of paint. In 2002, Rosa accepted an invitation to a residency at the Pooch Cove Foundation in Newfoundland, where he produced a body of studio work in acrylic on canvas, depicting the rugged coastline in high-key color. He pulled from his early years painting on the coast of Maine. He then returned to his studio on Lake Lanier and began organizing his pictorial surfaces in geometric sections. The work is executed in an abstract, expressionistic vein. From the late 90s through the early 2000s, Rosa's work continued to evolve, becoming more involved with color nuances and highly textural. Around Around 2010, after a residency at the Wurlitzer Foundation in Taos, New Mexico, Rosa returned with a new approach to his painting. Rosa's work began displaying influences by artist Richard Diebenkorn, whose work he happened to see at the Harwood Museum in Taos, New Mexico. Diebenkorn's Ocean Park series left an indelible mark on Rosa, as one can see in this geometric abstract of his surrounding environment on Lake Lanier. These paintings depict passages of color and simplified geometric structures or patterns. Rosa continues using a geometric approach to picture making. Rosa is most well known for his bold use of color, and textural qualities from his earlier work become heightened as these series progress. After building a studio in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, and living there, Rosa's color palette changed. Rosa was influenced by the indigenous tribes living in Mexico, especially the ceremonial costumes worn by the Otomi and the Chichimeca tribes. One might notice the triangle appears as a signature symbol in Rosa's work more and more. Rosa continues to use the triangle, which has been a sacred symbol in visual arts for centuries. It has served as a design element in many different compositions. The triangle structural element exemplifies power, for example, pyramids, spirituality, for example, the Holy Trinity, mind, body, and spirit, and numerous complex structures can be built from the simple triangle form. Rosa amplifies the drama in his paintings, and today color remains his primary modus operandi.